Welcome back at Generals to another Let's Fix Generals at 0 hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so... I don't need a review on this guy here. Yeah. I also need review. For the next batch of camera changes. Good. Let's see what is currently approved. Okay. Just these two here. Okay, let's do some reviews then. Let's go for... I think we haven't looked at Stubiax for a minute. Yeah, Fatal Plans. Those two are waiting for one of my refactors. What about this one here? This change fixes an issue where occupants killed via the destruction. Did we already review this? No. Fix an issue, closes the Caesar report. What is this? Infantry don't die in some transports when transports are in the Chinook. Let me see that. Aha. The burden survived. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh. This should fix an issue where occupants killed via the destruction of their container do not kill their occupants, and so on. For example, if a Chinook containing a troop crawler dies, the red guards inside the troop crawler survive and fall to the ground, which looks silly and can leave them floating in the air. A troop crawler dies, so this is before, yeah, let's take a look. Uh-huh. It's being killed. Yeah. And the red guards, they survive. Okay. And then after... They're dead. Okay. Troop crawler dies inside a Chinook and kills its own occupants. Okay. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Troop crawler in Helix. Does this also happen with troop crawler in Helix? A troop crawler takes up 8 slots and thus cannot fit inside a Helix, but we can demonstrate the same behavior with a Helix by loading an ambulance or technical. Okay. Okay. Then we see that. So real percent damage. Do our percent damage to units down. Now, real percent damage. Process damage to contained. Process damage to contained. Percent damage. Huh. Kill contained. Percent damage equals 1. Damage percentage to unit. Kill contained. If the parent container kills its occupants on death, then those occupants also kill their occupants. If kill contained. Okay, so the first thought I have here is this really correct? What if the damage dealt to occupants is just 0.5? Shouldn't is this condition? What if the damage dealt to occupants is just 0.5? Shouldn't that also transfer the damage? Align journals implementation with 0. Okay. Retail comparable CSC. Percent damage. This change will need to be merged. With rebase, because the unify needs to be separate. The unify commit needs to be separate. The commit titles need to be updated. Need to be to standards. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, okay. Okay, so there's that, and then mm, let's take a look at this one. This change fixed an issue where dead vehicles repeatedly trigger vehicle crashes into non-building weapon when colliding with mines, causing continuous damage to nearby units and structures. This weapon is hard-coded into the physics update and is fired when a vehicle falls onto a new building object, the intent being that a vehicle deals some crush damage to a victim it lands on. It is especially problematic in the case of mines, if the mines cannot destroy the already dead vehicle. The issue is most apparent with technicals due to their frequent involvement in bombing runs and a tendency to fling themselves forwards upon death. The fix prevents this weapon from firing if the vehicle is already dead. There's also a building-specific crash block that fires when a vehicle crashes into a building. However, this results in immediate destruction of the crashing vehicle, and so it's not as problematic. Before the propaganda center dies due to dead technicals firing this weapon every frame. I think we have already seen this video, didn't we? Dang. That's funny. So, after. So it has almost no damage now. Okay. So, if retake compatible CSC, yeah. Otherwise, bug fix. Prevent dead units from repeatedly dealing damage. Yeah, that's fair. Create a fire temp button. On collide. So what I find strange is in the video, when it drives over the mines, it appears to not deal any damage to the building, right? Like the building is totally unaffected. Let me test that here. Okay, let's go to main branch. And that's okay. So, fall into a non-building, whatever. If other is structure. So it, okay, let's put a breakpoint here and here, yeah? I think we need 2 clients. English. Okay, 1, 2. So, create game. One guy is China. Let's pick spots here next to each other. Okay. Okay. Then let's activate sheet. So we just need to build some mines, right? And here, I should have picked the 50k maybe. Yeah. So if we take these guys and we drive here to the command center, yeah, and then we drive over the mines, yeah. Huh, it didn't hit. Fall into a building. Okay, well, we didn't collide with anything. Let's try again. Well, oh shit, what happened? Okay, we did hit a breakpoint. Okay, we hit this down here. Okay. It's called multiple times. Oof. Let's try again. Okay. Okay, so certainly it is cold. Then let's apply this change here. Actually, we can just do... Let's drive in again. Oh. Oh. Ah, if it explodes in the air, then it doesn't trigger this death weapon. Interesting. Okay, so right now, object, how do we know if it's effectively dead? Let me see. Object is effectively dead. Private status. Private status. Okay. And we do watch. Watch. Where's the watch here? Object. So it is already effectively dead. Private status effectively dead is already one. Effectively dead. What is it? I mean, double check the flag. Effectively dead is one. Yeah, first bit. This one is one. Okay, so basically the first hit already is one. Fall into a building. If a vehicle blow up, then destroy ourselves, not die. Not die, regardless. What is this language? Okay. Okay. Okay, this just gets called 1-2 times. Okay. Okay, we are frozen. Oh, wow. This client is stuck because we pressed some button that there's some debug button which freezes the game, and I don't know which one it is, so I need to look it up. God damn it. We should probably remove this debug guy. This is just nonsense. Patch. Command map debug. Oof. Question is, which one was it? Demo, command map demo. Command map demo. Toggle render. Was it this one? Backslash. Control backslash. No. There's some debug command here which you press and then the rendering just stops. Right? I just can't remember which one of these. It's some stupid debug. Man. Toggle render backslash control backslash. No draw. Aha. Slash. Slash. This one should probably have a modifier. Okay, which one is the slash button on the English keyboard? US keyboard layout. Oh. This one here? Somewhere near backspace? Aha. There we go. Okay, now I also press a bunch of other buttons. But we're back. So it's this one here. Okay. Good. I also lowered the texture quality, I just see. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's drive. Okay, so this one hits. 1, 2, okay. Okay. Aha. So that is now, but it already is effectively dead. Look at this. Aha. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me take a screenshot of that. Actually, let's put this one in here. Effectively that. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Then let's add a note here. I suspect this fix is not correct. I put a breakpoint. I put a breakpoint into this branch, and on the very first hit, the object is already dead, which means that this weapon never fires once. This weapon now never fires once. We should probably make it a comment here. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That is done. Okay. The camera changes are approved. That's great. Then we can merge them. So this one is replicated in general. This is not yet, and this also not. Okay. So Maula is happy with this. Looks okay, he says. Looks okay. So if I code a set location for replay camera. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Simplify code to set location for replay camera. Okay, good. Then I will merge this one. This is already replicated. Yeah. Replicate in generals without conflicts. Let me look over this one more time. Scale, blah, blah, spin. Zoom, yeah, zoom, okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. That looks fine now. If I page 4. Mhm. Refactor, look at, okay. Then that is confirm, squash, and merge. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. The next, we replicate this one, fix camera redraw. Fix camera redraw. There we go. Mhm. Oh, that was incorrect. Projects. Blah, 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 blah. Code. Replicate and generals. There we go. Error. Okay. Yeah, okay. Replicate in generals. Okay. That looks fine. Push. Okay. Replicate it to generals without conflicts. Okay. And then we have simplify code to set location. Set location for replay camera. So that is refactor player cam set location. Replay set location. There we go. Replicate in generals. Push. Replicate it in generals without conflicts. Okay, while we wait for these guys, let's do one more review here. This change fixes inconsistent mind collisions detection. Yeah, we looked at this already a while ago, but we didn't look at the code yet. Plus 100 lines. Retake compatible circle fill algorithm. Use the original circle fill algorithm, which is more efficient but less accurate. More advanced implementation of two-circle fill that is 100% accurate. Okay. Okay. Then let's look at the implementation in 0 hour. Okay, so there is the header. Do circle fill precise. This is it is a member function, yeah. Circle fill precise. Subpix to coverage. Subpix to coverage. Okay. Needs to be a member function because of this here. This one is static. Okay, that's good. Perhaps this static function can also be a member of class partition data. Closest X, okay. Max real. What is this max real function? Huh. Huh. That's wild. Max real. Can also use std max. Std min. Closest X, cell X max. Center X, cell X plus cell size, min. Center, min. Closest X, max. What? Center X. Does circle overlap cell? Center X, center Y. Radius, cell X, cell Y, cell size. Dist X, dist Y. Center X, closest X. Center Y, closest Y. So max cell X center. What is this even? Does circle overlap here? Center do circle fill precise. Okay, so this is the radius position XY, and here's the radius. Okay. So first we do world to cell. World to cell. Okay, so here we get the cell positions. Okay. And then we loop through these cell positions. Then we get the X and Y of these. And then does circle overlap cell? Okay, so it just checks, is this circle here overlapping with this given cell XY. What is the cell size here? Okay, probably needs that. Yeah, okay. So this is very straightforward. I like that. Looks pretty simple. Does circle overlap cell? Closest X. Max free or max. Cell X. Okay, so basically this is like the cell square, right? Like this is... Okay, so this cell X assumes like this is the top left position of the cell. Yeah. Okay, and then... Aha. Man. Okay, so it gets the closest point on either edge, or on either corner or edge. Yeah, on an edge. Just X. Do we have a squared function? But it seems to make sense. We get a closest position to our center, yeah. Then we get the distance from center to closest point. And then this one does a square distance check to be efficient. Yeah. Like, so typically to get like the real distance, you would have to do a square root, but that's computationally unfavorable. And that's why you just do distance checks with squared length, which is perfectly fine. Do we have a squared function? SQR? We do. We do have a SQR function. You can use the SQR function for this. Okay, this makes sense, and then get cell, add subpix to coverage. Okay, this seems to be pretty straightforward. I like it. Yeah. Then here it says, if this or retake compatible circle fill algorithm. Yeah. Precise circle fill to improve collision accuracy, most notably for objects with geometry really larger equal to 20 and smaller than 40. Okay, cool. I think the implementation looks very clean. Yeah, looks very good, I would say. Okay, but overall, there's nothing to complain here. Like, yeah, he can move it in there. He can do that. He can do that. Yeah, not a must. Retake compatible circle for algorithm. Okay. Okay, this looks pretty good. Implementation. Looks very good too. Could be tweaked a little. Could be refactored a little. Why this one here? Yeah, okay. Okay. Also needs a rebase. Needs rebase. Okay, so in the meantime, did it build here? Yeah, it did. So we can now merge the other two. It's still building. Okay. Good, then let's wait for this to finish. Okay. Okay. Good. Then let's get back to main branch. Okay. Then we merge this guy. Fix view, call me out, or refresh the camera instead of doing tricks. Say to refresh the camera normally instead of doing tricks, to refresh the camera normally. Call view, force redraw instead of doing tricks. Refresh the camera normally. Mm-hmm. Okay. Delete branch. Okay. Next. What is this here? Is empty. Is empty. Okay, that looks fair. Oof. Not is empty. This asserts single object from selection. Single object. This assert is now. This assert can now be removed. Is it possible that a selected to the group, that group is empty? Isn't it automatically deleted when the last member left? Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Okay. Okay. For some reason, this one takes extra long. there we go. Okay. That took really long. So I go to set location for replay camera. Set. Effect of view. Okay. Then we have that. Great. Then next we go here. We do a fetch and prune or remotes. Good. Then we have this one, delete. 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 Okay. Then we pull. Good. Then next we go to this branch here. We do a rebase, which should give us a bunch of conflicts. Yeah. So fix that. So we have that one, and we change that back to plus, right? And user zoom. There we go. We've been forced to stop scrolling. Yeah. I've been forced to stop scrolling. Yeah, I didn't rename that before. Okay, fair enough. Okay, and here we have here we do this. And here we do user set, user set, user set. There we go. So the change still looks pretty huge. Let me see. GameLogic dispatch. Yeah. Log user control. Log user control fix. I wonder if this one is still really necessary here. Maybe it's not. Yeah. Maybe we don't need this change here. So now I wonder if we should make first a refactor of this thing in isolation. Scripted state flags, which we could do, right? Yeah. Could do that, yeah. Okay, let me go to main branch. Let's do a cherry pick. Then we do a let me see here, this one. So I would say we take these guys. We take this one, and we take these, okay. We say use scripted state. Take these guys. It's doing scripted camera. Do we need that? It's doing scripted camera. Maybe. So we could add just this guy. Yeah. Yeah. It's doing scripted camera. Then we take this guy. That doesn't work because we also remove a whole bunch of things. Right. Hmm. Well, as an intermediate step, we would first have to remove, first have to add here then here we would take this guy and this guy. Yeah, and then these guys. We also need to get these guys here. Yeah, fair enough. Strange that here it only had this guy doing rotate camera. Yeah. Okay, so we take this one as well. This as well. Okay, I think I will take a break here and finish this next session. Yeah. In the meantime, let's see if there's something urgently actionable. Show mouse and menu immediately. Let me take a look at this one here. I see your point. Agreed. Making this configurable in any options gives mod creators the freedom they need. No legitimate mod maker is going to instruct a player in the match chat to go edit the ini files. If we are priming users to make local security changes based on lobby chat, we have a much bigger problem than file size limits. We've generated for larger mobs, and we shouldn't increase the configuration surface here. Adding a file limit. Huh? We have to. No. No, that's not. That is not the intent. The intent is that the mod maker, that the mod creator can customize these limits that previously did not exist if he knows that his mod has different requirements than the retail game content. There seems to be a misunderstanding of what the intent for the configurability of these options is. So the original game did not have any map transfer limits. This change is adding limits to the map transfer. Yeah, so max 2 megabyte this, 1 megabyte that, whatever. Yeah, that means you now have some limit in what you can transfer. But maybe there is a mod that has bigger maps to transfer because, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff in there. Who knows? And then the mod creator ideally has some way to customize it if there is such a need. It's unlikely, but there may be, because it could be that we didn't anticipate something. And if the mod creator has the option to customize it, then, you know, there's no problem. Otherwise, we would need to go ahead and recustomize in code these limits, right? And so giving the power to the mod creator to configure this limit in any file takes a burden off of us to find like the perfect default values that work for all the mods that are out there. That's a purpose of configurability. We just make it for ourselves easier in the long term, right? Obviously, it's a bit more work to set up this optionality, but like the framework is already there. So it's probably just a matter of adding some new fields somewhere, and then it's good to go. Like network.ini or something, like add some new fields and trickle it down to where it's needed, and off you go, right? So this one is not a legal scenario. Yeah, no one is saying that. So I think there's a total misunderstanding of what this actually entails. Yeah. Let me, the Met creator can customize its limits that previously did not exist. Yeah. Good. Great. Then I will take a break here. The next session we continue is this camera stuff. Yeah, so that we at least get one more change out today. Good. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.